Hey everyone. Different location. Welcome back to Jams and Drams. It's Sunday evening. I'm hanging out with my guitar, having a whiskey, and this was going to be, well, I was going to break my streak. This is episode 10. So yeah, I didn't want to do it, but it's been a bit of a sad weekend. So my eldest cat Clark died yesterday. Or was it the day before? So he was 16, and it's been quite a streak of yeah, kind of sad life things over the last 6 months, and this is just another one to add to the list. So our other elder cat, Theodore, died at Christmas. Same thing, heart failure. Yep, very sad. So I was gonna, like I say, cancel it and give myself a night off, but I thought, well, I need to toast him anyway, as I did Theo, and with a whiskey. So I might as well just turn the cameras on and sit in the garden, drown my sorrows. So how's everyone doing? How's everyone's weekend? It's gorgeous out here. This is another reason I'm out in the garden, is that it's just been beautiful weather, like my perfect temperature, so 21-ish, 22 degrees. The other thing was I was gonna not stream, and I thought, oh well, I'll just do it in the garden, it'll be super simple and easy. And then obviously that didn't. You can't see the setup, but I basically just brought my setup outside. So I've got the good stuff tonight to say goodbye to Clark. This is Octomore 10.1. So this is probably mine and Sarah's favourite whiskey. It was our first Octomore. This is not, you can't get any more of this series. So, special occasion. Very peaty, very smoky, Isla delights. And yeah, just in the garden, chilling. What's everyone been up to this weekend? Cheers, Clark. Cheers to all you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me over the years. And yeah. Oh, apologies if the sound and the video and the quality is not so great this week. Hopefully it's working. Somebody let me know. If you guess I might have technical issues. It's if it can't maintain the bandwidth, the speed. So yeah, this is just a very casual whatever stream. Just ask me any questions you like. I've got nothing planned. Like I say, I wasn't going to do it. So I'll do anything you like. Playing, teaching, whatever. Take my mind off the obvious dead cat. Yo, Steve. How's it going, my man? Yeah, we've got a beautiful place here. When the sun's out like this, it's almost like it fools you into thinking it's another country with a Costa del Methley, Costa del Leeds vibe to it. Yeah, it's we're really lucky. It's a beautiful place. Thanks, Stacey. Yeah, it's just in the garden with a casual, low, supposed to be a low stress stream, but then just realising to do anything at all, it was going to involve like hassle. So let me know if you can hear me okay, see me okay, if the quality's not too bad. I'm connecting to my router in the main house, so it's not the studio, so it's it could be a bit crap. Yeah, thanks, dude. It's sad times here. Lost 2 cats in 5 months and family members, and yeah, it's been a rough one really. So, but I'm still managing to keep. I've not broken my streaming streak now, so this is 10 weeks in a row. Yeah, I saw your video, Steve. I saw your video with the China guitar. That was that's quite incredible. Very very nice gift from that trip. We'll have to have another chat about China sometime, because super interested to hear your thoughts and yeah, compare China stories. Ah, thank you. Brilliant. Yeah, glad to hear it's still good. This is just my iPhone camera, iPhone camera and audio going to my laptop. I'll give you I do have another camera this is the Sony ZV thing. So this is, you can see the setup here. Streamception. So there's the damage for the evening. The Octomore. Got another backup Lagavulin. Nano Cortex. The mic I was going to use, but it didn't work. The Dram. Some KA whatever Z's in-ears. Little dongle. Katana. And yeah, the daft palm trees that we inherited when we moved into the house. We didn't put them in, obviously, but yeah, we get beautiful beautiful sunsets when the weather's good. Last year it was pretty terrible, wasn't it? So we didn't really have much, but this year hopefully it's going to be good. Yeah, thanks Harsh, appreciate it. So what I've been doing then, I've been so after it happened yesterday, whatever it was, I just started writing a tune for a video demo with some captures of my deluxe reverb, and I just roughly started it off a little while ago. It's just doing a pastiche of a kind of Mayer 12/8 kind of ballad thing. So I've kind of just plowed myself into that over the weekend and just got that sorted. Finished the track and done the video and the preset breakdowns, etc. So maybe I can even get that edited and out tomorrow. That would be a plan. But yeah. Anyone got any questions? Anyone got anything you'd like me to talk about, teach or play or anything? Then feel free. Like I say, I've got nothing planned. This is just very much a casual hang. So cheers, everybody. Goal is still to try and get alternating weeks of like individual stream and then a guest stream. So hopefully you can grab chat to Steve Casti about grabbing him for a stream one week. Which, by the way, anybody watching that doesn't know Steve, he's got an awesome YouTube channel, the most colourful channel on YouTube, I think, and he's got fantastic vibe, personality, and he's doing some really nice playing as well at the beginning of his live streams, which I've got a top respect for. So it's sounding good, and I think yeah, deserves the growth on the channel. So yeah, check Steve's channel out. I'll need to get some like way of posting links in and things to at some point get some help and whatnot. Hey dude. Why is I need to change the colour of this text. Yeah, thanks Jason. Yeah. Jason, you got the Morningstar MC6 Pro this weekend. Paired it with the Nano and unlocked all the presets, made banks, etc. Ooh, interesting. First time using MIDI, not too bad at all. Okay, that's exciting. I was just showing on that's what I'm using out here, just going into a Katana. But yeah, that's exciting. Let me know how that goes. What price bracket? Roughly what sort of price is the Morningstar MC6? Is it? Are they quite expensive? Does that get up into like, you know, cost of almost a Nano or something? But yeah, that's a really cool idea. And are you able to, maybe let me know, are you able to access like tab tempo? Is that something that exists in there, or didn't think it was, or can you do? Is it only preset access, or can you do other things at all? Yeah, oh, okay, nice. 200 brand new 349. Okay, yeah, that's pretty, I suppose that's not too bad. And yeah. The other thing, it's not the end of the world, but I was making some really good progress with my swing picking like that. And improvising with it as well. And then I went to the gym and dropped, or got my finger caught in the pin thing for the leg extension, just in the leg extension, so kind of like just blacked up my nail that's coming now, which is very frustrating. So I can't really, my playing's not on super top form, but Stacey, yeah, I clipped the inside of my left thumb a couple of weeks ago in one of those gym things. It is so dangerous. I honestly couldn't believe it. Like, now I was being an idiot because there was a push button thing to do it, but it's a different machine, a new leg extension, and I didn't see the push button. So I was just fiddling around the bottom, and then I just got my finger like jammed in there. Yeah, it's I don't know if you can hear that banging, but in that fenced off area, we've got 3 chickens. And they keep jumping on the feeder machine thing, and it's making a big clunking sound. So if you can hear a big bang, that's what that is. Hey Jason, good to see you, man. Yeah, tonight live from the grounds of BB Towers. Yeah, Jason, I was just, I wasn't going to do the stream. And I also need to email you or message you my what we talked about. But yeah, I was going to have to cancel. I'm feeling pretty crap with my Clarky cat situation. But I needed to give him a send off, and well, don't break my streaming streak. Let's turn the cameras on anyway. Yeah, but thanks, mate. Good to see you. Antoneth, will you end up drunk tonight? Well, I've managed to do 9 of these streams now so far and not get drunk, and just have a respectful, sensible dram or two. So, but you're right. Maybe given the circumstances, I will drown my sorrows and get drunk. Oh, I will not. Yeah, thanks. Appreciated. Yeah, he was amazing. He was like my first cat, and he kind of was the cat that converted me to a crazy cat man. So 16 years ago, I was still in my 20s, and yeah, he's been with us throughout most of everything. He was a proper cat. Like, he was just dependable, not too much fuss or bother, didn't get into trouble, like some affection, not too much. He was a good boy. It was great. So that gym incident has put my swing picking back. So I was feeling like I was making progress with my sort of improvised swing picking. So I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to resist the urge to talk about that now, because I was quite excited 3 or 4 days ago before I trapped my finger. That was going to be a focus of the stream, but I will resist the urge and do it when I've managed to done some more practice on it and got my finger back. So it's the right index, and where I hold the pick. So I'm struggling with my picking at the moment. Not that I pick a lot, but it's still sore every time I sort of squeeze the pick slightly for. How you doing, Jason? You're back. Are you back working again? Yeah, definitely. It is our family, so animals are our family. So yeah, so very much stings for that reason. You know, we got a crazy cat from a rescue centre here in Germany. She's a bit wild and a real character. Yeah. So the other one that we lost in January, Christmas time, Theodore. He was a rescue, but like a Bengal rescue. It was quite a weird one. So he had all kinds of issues. Beautiful boy. But he was still quite feral almost and untamed. He had the sort of wild Bengal sort of gene anyway, and then he was not looked after as a little kitten before we got him, so we never really got him to completely settle, but still had him a long time, still loved him a lot. Yeah, so we just had a streak of crap really, and of losing things. Just nasty little exercise. That's hard. Yeah, glad to hear that's on the mend, Jason. Cheers, man. Sure, the more you can do with the pairing, the first bit of time in MIDI made a preset scroll and several banks. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, keep me informed, dude. Maybe I'll experiment myself. Hey David, do you ever feel like your technique is compromised when you stand up and play? Great question. That's giving me something to talk about. I think my mate Cordy might be doing something on this. Don't know, but I've even got a strap here so I can talk about it, like almost like I psychically knew. So to answer your question, Stacey, a little bit is the answer, but I try and combat that with something that's affectionately referred to as the fusion chin strap. So I don't give a shit what I look like live. I don't care about looking good or cool or whatever. I just want my technique to be exactly the same as when I'm sitting down. So really, if I'm playing like this, like I've got my leg here sort of slightly raised, and the guitar, as you can see, it's just like across my left boob. So I ideally then want, when I stand up, straighten myself out. Ideally, I want to be pretty much the same, the guitar at the same place. Now it's a little bit lower maybe, but I can pretty much still get, if I play from behind, you can see maybe. So it doesn't feel like it's like super compromised when it's this high, but obviously if I had it like at sort of slash height down there, then I'm never going to do it. You'll definitely be compromising, but to me I try to get it as high as I can, so it's sort of, you know, stroking the chin, so I can maintain that technical aspect of the, keep the left hand the same almost as if I was just sitting down still. Does that make sense, Stacey? Does that sort of answer the question? So the lower it comes, the more compromised it's going to be. So this is actually a really good, this has worked out really well, given where I can stand up with my this strap here. So if we do an experiment, let's experiment. just lengthen this soldier out. Soldier straps. This is my first NAMM. First time I went to NAMM, I bought a couple of these soldier strap things. So instantly, I mean, how, like, even I start to look a bit cooler like that, but it ain't gonna happen. Like, I can't regato with this. That ain't gonna work. I can do this maybe some, like, it's impossible. I can't do it. So, but I suppose it's for the sort of I gave up all aspirations of cool rock stardom so long ago, though, that it doesn't really matter. Oh, just cracked my horn off the chair. And some more relicking. Unfortunately, I care what I look like. Fair enough, Stacey. Have to wear it higher when I want. That higher than I want. Try to inch it down when I feel brave. Yeah. I mean, that's just one of them. You know, the price you pay for looking cool. Cordy plays his high like that as well. Yeah, yeah. Well, it was. I'm pretty sure it was like Quayle and Hutchins and all those guys that made it cool sort of early 2010s for everyone. And I was like, well, if those guys can do it, and I think that's where I first came across the fusion chin strap thing, because obviously Tom's beard, and then also at least that's where I was assuming it was part of, but then also the way that you wear the strap, and you know, those motherfuckers are like so amazing that it doesn't matter what it looks like, does it? So, but it's sort of I've sort of noticed with a lot of the younger maybe guys, like it's especially like, you know, kind of like, it's such a weird one, isn't it? Because I have no idea what's cool, obviously, but it does seem like the younger you get, the more people are dressing like my nan, like guys are dressing like how my nan dressed before she died. So I don't know, it's all and so really high guitars and like baggy jumpers and permed hairs and like fuck knows. You got it, Stacey. Yeah, if Tosin and Morello are doing it like that, it's okay. So I was having the same thing. So I was like, well, if Quayle and Hutchins and, you know, if they're rocking it like up around the moobs, then, and I think the more you get into jazz as well, like it's like there's only 4 people in the audience and they don't care what you look like. So. And so guitar high or low, I'm still terrible either way. I think that's a very positive outlook. I have the same. I suppose likewise, but I think I'm slightly less terrible when it's high. Jason, it's a very good question. I rarely play standing up. I rarely play it. And when I do, it feels completely alien. Yeah. So this is the thing. Like I remember when I started, when I was really developing the sort of left hand, legato technique. It was, and very early on when I'd then go and do a gig and maybe try and bust out a little bit or do a lick or whatever. It was like there was something. I was like, whoa, okay, this isn't happening, because I think I'd always had. I'd had different, when I was sort of playing more kind of vice, Satriani kind of legato, wasn't such an issue sort of going from a seated position to a standing position, even though there was, maybe slightly harder, I don't know, the anchoring of the finger and the whole technique was very, very different. But with the more modern style and this kind of system, subdivision kind of, in time to the grid legato stuff, that definitely necessitated a change of height in order to stay relaxed and to have the finger control and independence. So that's where that sort of came about with. So when I see David Gilmour playing live, he's hunched over the guitar looking at the fretboard. He must have bad back problems from that style. Yeah, tell me about it, man. Get bad neck and all sorts with my yeah. What's the joke? The difference between a jazz and rock guitarist? Yeah, there are many of them, Stacey, aren't there? Yeah. That's the one. That's the classic. Jazz guitarists only drink gin because they don't have a tonic. Jonathan, good to see you in the chat there, Jonathan. Hope you're doing all right. It's been a while. Am I still learning bebop vocab? I am indeed. It's still my side quest. Yeah, some interesting stuff with the vocabulary. The Barry Harris stuff has been making, turning the gears, making some progress with that, very much. Yeah. But yeah, maybe I'll do a stream on that. There are a couple of earlier streams I maybe done a little bit talking on that, Jonathan. But yeah, I'll definitely be doing some maybe some main video content as well. Play over A flat major and F major. I don't have a looper or anything. That is frustrating. No way of doing backing or anything. That's a bit. was the Rabea backing track I did, but I just can't, I don't think it's going to work. Let me see. I don't know. Probably not going to hear this. Let me know if you can hear this when it comes in. I can't balance the, fortunately I can't balance it, it's too quiet. Next time, next week, or whenever I'm next to the next solo stream, I'll do some more playing with normal backing tracks, teaching stuff. English boy, so sorry for your loss, bro. Thank you, appreciate it. Stand with you. Don't mean to be rude, but we'll be doing solo promo code tonight. I've been banging on to my long-term buddy who has bought the app, but not the course. Ah, okay, awesome. So thank you for telling your friend to buy it. Basically, I wasn't planning on doing any stream tonight, so I don't have anything ready. There may still be a code on Tom's video. I do have a new videos with codes at some point, but I don't know exactly when I'm going live with it. I don't, maybe check Tom's latest YouTube video. He might have a code like running currently. I can't remember what it was. It's on his channel, whatever his latest video is. I think there's a code on that, but I don't have one that I can sort of give out right now. I don't think anyway, unless I've forgotten to take off last week's or last time. Anyway, yeah, check Tom's and English boy. Thanks for telling your friend about it. The Rabea Neural DSP plugin is great. I wasn't expecting the synth sounds. It does. Yeah, man. The Rabea plugin is an interesting one. I've struggled with some of the blocks in that, the tones, but the synth is very, very cool. And also, the Rabea one has the replication of the Strymon Ice delay, almost perfect. Very, very cool. One of my favourite delay sounds of all time is the Strymon Timeline Ice setting. And I know Rabea loves that too, so I'm fairly sure they've just like cloned that for his plugin, which is a very cool thing to have as a plugin. Ah, Lawrence Harrison. We were talking about you and well, actually, last stream, I think we mentioned your brother Charles, is it? But yeah, Tom was referring to your good self. Thanks for watching. Appreciate that. Thanks for the condolences. Yeah, we've got a lovely, beautiful garden here. Very, very lucky. I'm checking out your playing as well, Lawrence, and very cool stuff. Maybe if you're up for it at some point, maybe you and your brother come and have a jam and a dram and chat on the stream. Awesome, yeah, awesome playing, dude. Great stuff. Enjoying your channel. Basil, my cat is 8 and I get nuts when she gets sick. I can't imagine losing her. Yeah, man, it's such a, yeah. I've got 3, we have 2 outdoor older cats, Moggies and whatever, and then we've got 3 pedigree Selkirk Rexes that live indoors, and they are, well, 2 of them are 7 this year, and then the younger one is 4. And the girl Lois, who you may have seen on some of my YouTube videos, is she's just my absolute princess, and the thought of losing her is just yeah, can't entertain it. Yeah. Gareth Brand, how possible would a solo desktop app be? It's more than possible. It already exists, kind of. So as far as running solo on your desktop, you'll need an Apple Silicon Mac, and then it just runs as it would do on your iPhone or on your iPad. So it sort of already exists. If you're talking about developing an Intel version or a Windows version, that's just not going to happen, I'm afraid. We don't have the resources or the time to do that, given for this how small a market it would be. I think there are options to get it running. You can do, if you've got the Android, you could do it on Windows that way with some kind of emulator. We don't officially support that. And as far as Mac goes, they've completed the transition to Apple Silicon. The percentage of Intel Macs is getting smaller and smaller, so we just can't justify developing that. Solo works great on Apple Silicon Macs already, so yeah. Speaking about the course, have you considered a version with subtitles, i.e. German? I was telling the customer how good it is, but his English isn't great. That's really interesting. I'll make a note of that, Jason. In fact, I'll do that right this second, because I think we can auto subtitle it. I think we can do that. Let me just do that. So there you go, bringer of good news. You're golden indeed. You have an M1 Mac. Yeah, like I say, it should run exactly the same as it would do on your iPad or on iPhone. Occasionally we run into some small little issues or bugs or problems. If you do have any issues, just send us an email, send me a message, and we'll look into it. But I think it's all cool at the moment. So course subtitles German. Jason. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, thanks, Jason. I've made a note of that. We'll get that. I'll talk to Tom and Mike about maybe turning on auto subtitles. I'm always a little bit wary of that in case things go awry, but it might be the only idea we can do it. Anton, as I was saying, we can't, in terms of PC, there's no, given how tiny a smaller of our particular audience and market it is, it's just we don't have the resources to do that. If the current Android version, we do know people were running that in an emulator on PC, but yeah, that whole part of our audience market is super small, so unfortunately we can't justify it. I'm gonna pour another dram. It's just starting to get a little bit chilly. In fact, might see if I can get a shirt. So the other one I got today is a Lagavulin Distillers edition. This is quite a nice, I think they do this annually. I've had a few bottles of it over the years. It's one that is beautiful, but you can't have too much of it. It gets a little bit sickly actually. Catch the pop. Whew, that was a cracker. That was a great pop. So, Lagavulin Double Mature Distiller's Edition. It's much darker than the Octomore. Hey, Lawrence, of course it would be great to meet and have a chat. Once my new computer arrives, I'll message you on Insta and it would be great to join you. Nice bit of Kreisberg. Oh, you caught the Kreisberg. Fantastic. Good spot. Thanks, love your playing too. Ah, thanks, man. Appreciated. I'm much. I think it'd be super cool to chat. I think you're definitely. I could definitely steal some ideas and get some of your thoughts on things. Yeah, cool. Yeah, when yeah, just give me a message when you fancy it. Speaking of Insta, did you know that Graham Coxon from Blur follows you? Huh? I think I knew that. There's a couple of cool famous people that maybe follow. I know. I think that was probably from Cordy, because I know that he discovered he follows Cordy too. So. Where am I? It's coming up to 8:30. Good stuff, everybody. Getting all my little my jazz quotes. I should have thought this through a little bit more, so I at least got a looper so I could play to stuff. Because I can't do any sort of backing track things from where I am, so anyway, it's not the point tonight, is it? That Lagavulin amazing. Except it's definitely one where it gets too much, too sweet very quickly, this particular bottle. You probably answered this 100 times. Oh, definitely 101. And I'll always enjoy answering it to the 1001. I use exactly the same Elixir nanowebs. Exactly, that's what's on right now. I've been using Elixir nanowebs for maybe nearly 20 years. I think I started in 2006, and I got the first ones when I was just looking for something that would last and not. I've got really corrosive acidic sweat, and I destroy Ernie balls. You know, a standard set of slinkies. If I put them on this guitar, within an hour or two, they're already whistling and getting that kind of rusty kind of "Shit, boy," that kind of Family Guy sound. Yeah, so when I discovered the elixirs, I was like, oh, I can get like a few weeks or a month out of a single set. That was a big discovery, and I've used them ever since. I've tried over the years to try and, you know, dip into using like MYXLs or the XS, the Didarios, because I mean it would be so much easier. There's just so much bigger, and kind of I've known people at Didario over the years that it's been one of those things where unfortunately I don't know anyone at Elixir. I would love to be able to. It's the one thing I'd like to be able to wangle some kind of deal or whatever it would be to discount. And I've had to just, you know, I've had opportunities over the years of like, you know, string deals with various companies and things, and I've always had to politely say thank you, but no, because as great as it would be to get like, you know, cheap or free strings, the mental anguish of having to change them all the time is just not worth it. So I'd rather just buy my elixirs and make them last, and have them last longer. So it's it's one of those things where I think I'm eternally damned to not know anyone at Elixir for an in, but I don't know, maybe one day, but until then I'm still happy to pay for them. I've always used Slinkies, but of course Claudio P is an Elixir artist and he recommended them to me. Ah, cool, right, yeah. I mean, that's they are genuinely. It's one of those things where other companies come out with coated strings from time to time. There are others, you know, String Joy, Didario got coated, as I say, and what's the other one that was coated? There was another one as well. I can't remember now. It's gone. But I just, whenever I've tried them, they're just never quite as last as long. And to me, I've gotten so used to the kind of slinkiness and the silkiness of the coateds. I just like it. I feel like I glide over the strings more easily. It feels more comfortable. So it's a little bit of an issue when I'm having to, you know, in an emergency put on a B or an E string from a different brand, or having to change my strings, whatever, if I'm out and about on the road or clinic tours, wherever, and I've got to get the set that I, you know, and replace it, and I can't get elixirs. It is a bit of an issue because there's some like grippiness to, like, if I put a normal set of Didarios or whatever, or Slinkies, my fingers grip the strings, they don't glide across them as easily, and that takes some adjustment. So there's that to consider. But overall, the ability for a set of strings to then last me a month as opposed to a few hours is enormous, so it's definitely worth it. Yeah. Anton, are those stainless steels on that guitar? They are indeed. So these are medium jumbo stainless. All of my Fibonacci guitars have stainless steel frets, apart from the hollow bodied Rahan guitar. I didn't spec that. That was one they'd already had built. It just happened to be close enough to the specs I wanted on that guitar. Yes, again, stainless steel frets is another big plus for the kind of silkiness and the feel. You know, if your elixirs on stainless steel frets is just like, it's like skating on ice. It's glass. It's wonderful, silky feeling. I really like that. Yeah. when I got I think my first stainless steel fret guitar was the Serb Classic Pro 2016, and it was like a instant wow, this is amazing, and just a no going back after that experience. Then, so I knew my Fibonacci's had to, when I was started ordering the custom building the Fibonacci's, it was, yeah, stainless steel is the way. Again, I don't hear enough of a tonal sacrifice. I do hear that seagull though. Do you hear that? To warrant the, whenever I play a nickel fret guitar, non-stainless, I don't feel like it's like loads better in the tonally or anything. I don't hear the difference much. So the benefit that you get from them not wearing out and from the bending on the stainless steel frets is so much nicer. I think you're not grinding, it doesn't feel like you're grinding metal on metal. Jonathan, get a headless, takes min to change strings. I cannot do headless. I'm just not a fan of headless guitars. I never will be. I don't. There's a difference in the sound I think I can hear. Yeah. Only ball do a coated set of strings too, titanium, super powered, blah blah. Yeah, I'm sure they do, and maybe I'll try them, but probably still not going to be as as good as the Elixirs. Yeah, another Elixir fan, Basil. Nothing beats the Elixir. Yeah, Elixirs for the win. Anton, I had a Parker Fly 1989 which had stainless steel frets, but it was too slick for me. I need to try them again though. I mean, yeah, that's an interesting point. Like, it might be that maybe you do like some of that resistance and that grippiness to it. Like I was talking about with the strings, with like a normal set of uncoated strings, it's like my calluses kind of grip into them. Let's say I'm sliding across, especially the the lower strings. It feels like my fingers are like gripping into them, and maybe you like that feeling. And the same with like maybe the same for bending. Like I've got on the K-line guitars, they're nickel frets, they're not stainless steel. I've got my K-lines. I mean, they're phenomenal, wonderful playing guitars, and it is a different feeling. Oh, the only other difference I should say is that on my jazz guitars, so on my ES175, those are uncoated strings, so they're not Elixirs. They are D'Addario, the Rootsy set, where they are nickel, but they're with a wound G string basically. And Kreisberg turned me on to that idea of, like, because I was going down the whole idea of playing like flat wounds on hollow bodies and jazz guitars, and just not really digging it. And he suggested to me to try doing like normal sort of wound strings, but with a wound G, and then it gives you that really interesting and pleasant balance between the volumes of the high strings and the low strings. Yo, Dan, how's it going, mate? Good to see you, dude. So yeah, on my 175, I've got. I'll dig that out for a stream one week and talk it through, because it'd be interesting. So they're D'Addario 11 to 49, but with a wound G, and I find that's the nice compromise and balance. Flat wounds are like very attractive when you first try them and put them on, because it's instant jazz, it's instant woolly, warm jazz tone, but it's a little too much for me. And again, they're super odd feeling on the fingers. I really don't like that feeling. So it's a great, so the wound G on a normal set 1149s is a good compromise, I think, for my 175. Yeah. Hey Dottie, happy birthday. I know I need to message you, mate. How's it going? good to hear, Daddy. This camera's not as good. Oh yeah, we've got some goss here. Is this safe for? I saw what the year 1 Trinity Jazz kids have to do for the improv exam. Okay, hit me. What is it? Oh, the mozzes are coming out. Dear, that went quick. Maybe one more for Clark. Fusion chin strap. Look at that. Certain progressions or modes in 12 keys cycling, major and minor 2/5 cycling, same in the magic cycle, which I think is Coltrane Ting. Sounds fun. Lydian dominant cycling round. Have to get a set lick in there somewhere. Same cycles. Re. Well, that's, yeah, roastier than anything I ever had to do. So presumably that's the end of year 1. Well, so long as they've taught them how to do it, all good. Last drink I had was a year ago. I drank half a litre of gin. I texted my ex, oh that's, this sounds like, where's this going, Basil? I'm drunk and sober at the time and entering heaven's doors to heroes and the Pracice. Wow. Cheers, Basil. Can you hear the chickens? Chickens are going. And now I've got a helicopter as well. The perils of garden streaming. Mate. Someone's obviously nicked a car. I'll wait till it's finished. David, are some of these runs and sequences or similar you are doing on your Patreon? Well, yeah, there's actually quite a few licks and things from my Instagram lines that I've done buried in there, but also a lot of the kind of ways and kind of, you know, the sort of subconscious things are in the improvisation solos that I transcribe from the start of my YouTube videos. So I don't do every video, but most YouTube video will have an intro solo or improvisation that I'll transcribe, and there'll be lots of things in there. But I have, yeah, it's a good point, Jason. You reminded me to actually, I've got about 6 or 7 like licks and ideas that I've been working on. There's little short clips to go on there. So yeah, there will be. Yeah, the plan was at the start of the year to go sort of all out on with the new launch launch of the website and the Patreon content and everything, and there's just had so much kind of life stuff get in the way that it's not been able to be as full on as I'd like. But from next month, 1st of June, my birthday, the plan is to kind of, there can't be any more loss or any more bad stuff happening the rest of this year. I've got to think that's the case. So yeah, 1st of June I'm going to be back on it with launching the new website, and yeah, full on with the Patreon content and the YouTube stuff. Bloody helicopter. That's a nice one. That was, pretty sure that's up on there, Jason. There's that lick. Got a gig lick. It's a Kreisberg thing, that's. It's going down, sun's going down now. Well, thanks for joining me, everybody. Taking my mind off the sads. Anyone got any other questions or suggestions or thoughts to talk about? Or Anton, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us all. Catch you in the next one, maybe. Yeah. Much appreciate you joining me, and have a good day, Anton. Basil, you should record these. What? Record the streams? They are being recorded. You can watch it back. Is that what you mean? Yeah, thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, it'd be good to catch up too. Ah, the ideas I'm playing. Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of the stuff that I'm playing is in my, just watch any of my YouTube videos when I'm doing a little, either a song or a tune or a jam or whatever, improvisation at the beginning. A lot of this stuff is in there, and I sort of I'll transcribe it and stick up on the Patreon. So this is a sneak preview of my my sad dead cat song that I wrote for the ripping off the mayor thing. Cheers, dude. I use Logic. I used Cubase for probably about 15 years, maybe longer. And then when I moved to Apple stuff, when I moved to the Apple ecosystem, I changed to Logic and didn't look back really. I've still got some residual muscle memory for Cubase because I used it for so long, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's getting into the Apple world really kind of enabled me to do a lot more composing, a lot more productive, like just concentrating on actually making stuff as opposed to like worrying about technology and gear. Little Jack, hey dude, what are you playing through right now? I am playing through my Fibonacci David Beebe model custom Roadmaster classic, and then I can show you. I'm just playing through. Oh man, this is so bad, the frame rate on this thing. Nano Cortex and the Katana. Oh, I've just had my iPhone tell me that the battery's dying on my iPhone. That could be interesting. Let's hopefully it's gonna charge. I've got a little like a little battery pack up to my iPhone because that's the camera I'm using to stream with. Yeah, lots of people use Studio One. Tom uses Studio One. I think Dan Smith, I think if he's in the chat, I think he uses it. Hey, just a question, SB Prods 08. I can play solos and riffs easily, but I suck in music theory. Is it okay? That's an interesting question. You can play solos and riffs easily, but I suck in music theory. Is it okay? If you're happy playing your solos and riffs easily, yeah. I mean, music theory is only really important. Well, it is really useful, it's really important, but only to an end. It's not an end to itself, it's an end, a means to an end. It can certainly help you a great deal, but if you're happy where you are, then don't stress it. You know, don't feel like you have to learn something because, you know, you've got it. You either have that kind of drive to want to learn something, or you don't. And you know, if you sucking in music theory is not holding you back in any way musically and getting your ideas out and playing and being happy and, you know, on the instrument, then it's totally okay. If you want to learn music theory, that's totally okay too. So yeah. I'm a big, and this is like my slight extension to that, I'm a massive music theory nerd as well. I absolutely love it. So my bias would be instinct would be to say yes, go and learn it, but it's not the right answer, despite my own biases. So Studio One and Reaper and Reason here. Yeah, cool. They're good too. I'm saying I'm a Logic guy because I'm an Apple sheep. Jason, I had a friend who could play any rock tune under the sun, but he couldn't improvise at all. I always found that interesting. People are wired differently, aren't they? And like, it's the ears as well. Like, the more I kind of think about this, I'm going to be talking about this a lot more in videos, on streams over the next 6 months as I unveil a new secret project. But the kind of the ear finger brain connection to the fretboard is so interesting, how that all works out. And I think people end up with different skill sets because of the connections are made in different ways. We've got a train now. I don't know if you heard that. The train noise. So yeah, the way that people make connections between their ear, the fingers, and the brain and the fretboard, maybe the different ways and that happens, it lends itself to sort of different skills, whether that's playing tunes, memorization, improvisation, you know, audiation, hearing things. Thank you so much for joining, Basil. Great to see you, man. Cheers. See you again. Take care, man. So SB, it's something like that. When I follow music theory to create solos, they suck, but if I close my eyes and start soloing, it sounds like heaven. Well, you know, you're answering your own question there, mate. Yeah. You know, maybe you have a very good like what I'm just saying, you know, you have a very good ear finger fretboard connection, and when you kind of invoke a kind of a theory framework, it gets in the way of that connection potentially. Not that it should do, and it shouldn't necessarily. It might just require different type of exercises or training to kind of incorporate new ideas that way. Most people end up, at some point, they will hit a wall with their natural ear, fingerboard, hand connection. And theory is often like a bridge that we can use. It's like a pier that extends out the ocean. It's an imagery that Wayne Krantz used once when I was talking to him. No, actually it wasn't in an interview with him, it was on a video masterclass he was doing, where he talks about music theory. You can use music theory as like a pier to walk out further over the ocean, where maybe your ear's not yet ready to take you. You can use the theory as scaffolding to help get further out to sea. I quite like that imagery. most classical musicians can't improvise. That's an interesting assertion there. Anecdotally, I feel like I want to agree with you, but I'd be maybe a little hesitant as to, yeah, it's probably true. I think historically, maybe most classical musicians were probably excellent improvisers, like historically, sort of hundreds of years ago, in the common practice period. My gut would be that they were probably great. A lot of the great composers and players were also good improvisers. I have a suspicion it may have changed over the last sort of 150 years, given the way that education came about. Cool. Right, it's definitely time to wind down because it's losing the light and it's getting a little bit chilly now. Temperature is at 16. Well, thanks everyone for joining me and taking my mind off the sads. I'm not sure if I will do a individual stream or a guest stream next week. I've got a secret road trip, app-related road trip this week, so I'm going to be away from home. I might try to send some emails out to some guests and arrange something for a guest episode next week. If not, I'll be back in the studio in the Cat and Bastard, and I'll be doing some playing my backing tracks and teaching and what have you. So, yeah, it's changed since Bark for sure. Yeah. If able, can you play Sultans of Swing at last before ending the stream? Let's think. Shouldn't use my pick, should I? Blah blah blah. I've not played that in a long time. It's terrible. Oh, that was terrible. But good fun. That was unexpected request there for some Knopfler. I did learn that. I used to play that a lot. That was my first guitar magazine I ever got. I had the transcription of Sultans of Swing, and I learned it. It's probably been 20 odd years since I played that last. So that was fun. Thank you so much. Thanks, Jason. Take care, man. Yeah, much appreciated. And yeah, speak to you all. See you all again on the next stream. Thanks, guys. And one last. Finish the dribble for Clarky. Good night, boy.